Hey Manny Wolf, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I want to change up a little bit and get a little behind the scenes with you and talk about something that I don't usually talk about, which is some of the kind of difficulties and challenges that can come along with being an entrepreneur in general. And I think in specific, being an entrepreneur who works in the online space, because it's very insulary. It's very lonely. There's a lot of digital connection, but not a lot of real connection, right? For most of us. And so I just want you to know that, hey, look, we all struggle. This process, it's sort of like we're shown the highlight reels of everybody's wild successes while we're maybe in our office grinding day in and day out, you know what I mean? And we're struggling to create content, and we're, trying to make our offers and think about all this stuff, and it can get hard, especially when we fall victim to comparison. So I just wanted to give you 3 of the things that I do that really help me. They really are tremendously powerful antidotes for those times when things get hard. Now, it might be imposter syndrome, it might be comparisonitis, or whatever it is. Let's face it, let's be honest. Let's don't be ashamed to say that it can get really challenging from time to time. So here are 3 very powerful tools I've found. I hope they help you. Number 1 for me, I start every morning with an act of kindness. Seriously, every morning before I get going, before I get in there and start working, I sit down and I think of one person that I can do, say, or somehow show kindness to, right? I do this every morning and it's so powerful. Here's something interesting. Let's say I have a day full of sales calls and I forget to do this first. Almost every time my sales mojo is just off. But every time I do this, I'm in the zone. So don't ever, ever, ever underestimate the power of a sincere act of kindness. It takes you out of yourself. It reminds you about what's good in life. It's so powerful. So there's 1, act of kindness. 2, you know what I'm going to write, don't you? Yeah, that's right. If you're like me, you could easily spend all day in your office. But get out of the house. And more specifically, go to places that inspire you. Now that could be a coffee shop, it could be a walk in nature, it could be going to a really nice location, like you might want to take a day and go work in a co-working space, or go work in the lobby of a beautiful hotel or something, right? The point is, change your circumstances and inspire yourself. So ask yourself, what inspires me? Go there. I also like, by the way, I like to go test drive fancy cars, even if I'm not in the market. I like it because it is exciting, it's inspiring. It gives me a tactile, visceral sense of what I can do and what I'm working for, right? I love looking at big, fancy custom houses. I love that. And it makes me feel fueled and filled and inspired again. So get out of the house and get into places that inspire you. This is the number 3, I think, is the hardest one for me, and it might be the hardest one for you, but it's so potent. And that is, sometimes let it happen. Now, if I start to feel like I'm off, like my game is off, I'll do these and I'll do some other things that I have, some tools for pulling myself back out of it. And sometimes it just doesn't work. Here's what I've found is very powerful. Just unplug. Just take a day off. Just allow yourself to have a bad day. Get back on the horse tomorrow, right? Because your entrepreneurial process and your business journey is not actually a destination, it's a journey. And so sometimes you just have to let yourself say the hell with it. Just allow yourself from time to time to have that bad day or that bad morning, or that bad whatever it is, and just know that tomorrow's another day and you can get back to it tomorrow. Listen, I hope these help for you because, again, the journey that we're all on can be very, very challenging. It can be very difficult. And these 3 things help me tremendously when I find myself stuck. I hope they help you. If you like them, would you do me a favor and say so in the chat? Let me know if this stuff is valuable to you too. Thanks very much.